Welcome to Crafty Blessings with Angie. So here is our craft for today. We started out with this sign, which is a redo. That's what I do. We're painting it with some chalk paint, some folk art, white chalk paint. And y'all, I just paint the whole sign. You know, unless I tape it off, I can't hardly save the border. I just can't. I'm not good at that. So I'm painting the edges here. We're just putting a coat of white chalk paint over the entire surface to begin our craft project with this sign. I like to buy these signs. I get them, a local store sells overstock and things, and I usually get them for 50 cents to $1 a piece, or I used to. I'm not sure I'm going to get them anymore. But anyway, so I'm drying it, and I'm decided to place this napkin on it. It's like a garden theme napkin. Of course, I'm putting my Mod Podge to decoupage this napkin onto our sign. And I love this Mod Podge. It's super matte, and it is so, I just love it. I would use this one all the time if I had a whole, it's what I had. But I love it. So we're drying our Mod Podge, and then we're going to place our napkin on and iron it on. And I always, when I do a napkin project, I will tell you, I made a little blunder here. I should have cut my napkin instead of decoupaging it and then going to figure out how I was going to cut that. I had some issues with the bottom part trying to get it done straight, and I fixed that by just doing some whitewash over the top, which I love how it turned out. But it's one of those things when you're a crafter, you do whatever you can to save your project. And I really was thinking, oh, I'm gonna lose this one, but this worked, and I loved how it turned out. So then I had another thing in mind and changed it to this welcome sign to add to our project after I distressed and done all those things to my background. And when you see the finished photo, you'll be able to tell what I'm talking about. Sorry for the noise in the background. So I'm just using some antique wax to cover our sign. And you're going to see that I just decided I would just cover it all and go back and do some things to the elements that are there, the pot and the rake and the rain boot. So there we are. So I take me a napkin and I just wet it. Well, it's actually a baby wipe. And I wet it a little bit because my baby wipes are kind of some old ones that I had found that I had stored. And they're not the wettest, so I sprayed it with some water. And then I decided to paint my elements. And I'm using folk art matte paint. I don't have all the colors right here with me, but I know that one is fresh cut grass because I've used that a lot here lately. So, and then I painted my rake and I used a metallic, silver metallic for the top part of or that could be a pitchfork instead of a rake. And I used black to paint the handle of it. And then I decided to paint my boot yellow. And I'm not sure the exact color I used on that, but it is a folk art paint and it is yellow. And it was a little messy, and it took a little bit of work to get that boot to just look the way I wanted it to look. So bear with me as I try to make it look the best I can. And after I did this, you go in, when you're painting, you sometimes get it in spots. So I took my antique wax, went in, touched up some spots where I had went over a little bit, fixed that. Then I decided to put a second coat on my boot to try to make it look a little better. because it just wasn't bright, vibrant enough. And I don't think I show it in this video. Oh, I went in and I painted the pot with it's like a goldish yellow. It's a little darker than the other yellow. And I don't know that I show it in this, but I did some little extra features to the pot. I decided I wanted a rim on it. I decided I wanted some little bit of a different shade of green on the leaves. I decided to put polka dots. So you see in this one, I've already painted the rim. You know, sometimes when you get busy crafting, you don't realize, oh, I paused that video. And so I missed recording a few of the little elements. So now we have our finished welcome sign, and we're going to just put that onto our background. And I think this welcome really, really matches that background. So here's our finished project. Thank you for watching Crafty Blessings with Annie.